There are some other great ways to edit your image inside of Photoshop and do some really advanced stuff. If you look over in the Image tab under the menu bar, you can see we can do other things here, such as duplicating the image, applying the image, adding calculations, variables, data sets, traps, and different analyses. I'm not going to go into much detail on these inside of this course because it is a little more advanced. However, I suggest you check out Adobe's documentation on these, and it'll give you information in case it's something you would like to use. However, there is one thing that I do want to show you that's not very obvious, but it's something that is extremely helpful. And that is how to straighten out an image. So if we take a look at this horizon.psd file, and I suggest you follow along here, you can see we have a beautiful image of the ocean with a horizon and the sun up here. However, the horizon is crooked. Now you might want to leave this like it is for a stylistic type photograph, but typically when we look at horizons, they should be nice, flat, and straight across because that is what we're used to seeing. So how would we get a nice flat horizon? Well, of course we could go in and could go to the image rotation and keep punching in arbitrary numbers until we find the right degrees to rotate this. Or we can use the ruler tool. So if I go back up to image and I go to analysis, you can see we have the ruler tool and the count tool. The ruler tool will allow you to make measurements, and the count tool will allow you to count different things inside of your document. You can also find these under the eyedropper tool here. So here we have the eyedropper tool, but then we have the ruler tool, note tool, and count tool. Let's select the ruler tool, and at the top you can see it says straighten layer and clear. Now these are not highlighted, and so we'll need to make a selection first. Make sure you have your layer selected and go ahead and click on the horizon. Now if you come in here and you make a mistake, you can click the clear button and it will clear that out. But go ahead and follow the line of the horizon that is crooked at this moment. So I just clicked one time in the left-hand side. I'm holding down and dragging till I get to the other side. And basically our ruler tool is matching the horizon line. And now if I go up to the top and I click on straighten layer, it is actually going to adjust this image based on your selection to have a nice straight layer going across. Now, of course, we have some problems because when we rotated the image to get this straight, it gave us some transparent background going on here. So we'll need to either scale this image or fill it in or what have you, but that is a quick and easy way to straighten out this image. And if you'd like to see what I might do in this instance, if I want to keep the same dimensions, 1920 by 1280, I might just scale it up a little bit so that we don't see that transparent background. I'm going to hit Control or Command A to select everything. I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and then Scale. I'll grab one of these corners. I'm going to hold the Shift key to lock the aspect ratio. And then I'm going to hit the Alt or Option key so that it scales from the center. When I let go of the Alt key, you can see that it's scaling from the bottom right here. But if I hold the Alt or Option key, it'll scale from the center. So I'm just going to scale that up until we no longer see any of those pixels. Now, of course, this image is a lot larger than before, and this is all up to you on how you want to handle this. But I hit Enter, I deselect, and now we have a beautiful image with a flat horizon going across using the ruler tool.